welcome to Beerfield. We got video back because I remembered to do that before the show. I am your host at Beerfield Hop, Chris Hopper, joined by Dan Thury, Ryan Miner. Gentlemen, should talk amongst yourselves while I go get a beer.
Talk amongst ourselves.
What? You didn't get a beer yet? I got a beer.
Oh my god. Ryan, I watched 6 QBs.
You watched what?
I watched 6 quarterbacks in the top
Oh,
6.
I have not left off to where I told you where I left off at. Actually, no, I didn't. I did one more, but that was just because I remembered him and I forgot it. He was going into the draft, and that was Cornelius Johnson. So I'm on 2 Michigan wide receivers, a Michigan running back, and a Michigan quarterback.
Wow. You've really branched
I'm
out.
on fire.
You've really branched out from your from your alma mater there.
I have it's once a champion. It's like I gotta look at all the champions, like to understand where
That's
everyone's
right.
doing.
Gotta be like, this is what it takes.
But they're all transferring out now, so now I'm wondering where they're gonna go. You win a championship and then you're off to another college. No, it's been a busy week basketball season, man. Between my girls,
I bet.
they're both going right now at the same time, so it's like constantly. I have no time. By the time I get home, it's like 8:30.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun though.
That's good though.
Good talk for radio. So for you,
No,
people,
that's what happens when Hopper forgets beer. He makes us have to table talk.
I can table talk all night long. I can
know.
talk your ear off.
Talk our ear off. He's back.
I can be the extrovert here.
All right, what did I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Great, awesome,
I just completed my bourbon and beers form.
beautiful. Appreciate that.
It was not very difficult to do, so it was very quick.
You're welcome.
Yes. Here's my name. Yes.
I was telling Dan.
Hey, you're welcome. By the
I
way,
was telling Dan about my kid's basketball.
You know who set that up?
You?
And made that easy? That was all me.
Well, that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
my wife is the face of the social media posts, so
Yeah. Bourbon and Brews, June something or another in St. Charles, Missouri. Bourbon and Brews.
June something.
I
or
don't
another,
even know
yeah.
the damn website.
It's-
I'm the worst hype man ever.
I should probably know what day in June because we're going to Bemidji at the beginning of June. Should probably know that.
You want me to look it up for it? Here, I'll tell you. Hold on. You probably should have looked at that when I sent it to you. I think it's at the top of the form.
Honestly, June 15th. So
15th.
it's the week after.
You're good. All right.
Perfect.
Cool.
Very good.
We're going to talk free agency, get the latest news, some franchise tag rumors starting to swirl around. Talk some team needs as we head into really free agency and the draft. It's all going to be focused on skill positions because this is still fantasy football centered show, I think. So it'll all be focused on skill positions, but we're going to talk team needs, free agents, franchise tags, etc. Just like sort of before that, drinking.
What's fueling Beerfield?
All right, now.
All right, now.
What do you got?
So
How are you disappointing me this week?
Yeah, in so many ways. So this is RAR Brewing out of RAR, Cambridge, Maryland. This is their beer is called Out of Order. Which is their sour ale series with loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of adjuncts and all sorts of shit that turns it into a smoothie beer. I don't drink the style. I used to, but I think it's pretty overrated. But
Kind of died a little bit.
it has. I think people realizing they have to pay $30 a 4-pack to drink a 4.5% beer that has 6,000 calories in it. This doesn't really appeal to most people anymore. But I was doing a little work visit down in Super Southern Illinois in one of the liquor stores down there. The guy's a big beer nerd, bourbon nerd. It can get all sorts of cool shit. Have this on there. I've never seen it before, so I figured,
Carbondale?
why not? Yep, Carbondale.
What store?
It's called Pickle.
I gotta go over there. I've credited a homebrew store over there from a competition I
I
won.
think it's Pincher. Oh my god, I think it's Penny Pincher or Pinch Penny. I don't know. I should know these things.
And there's a disc golf course there I want to play.
There is.
So, Ryan, what do you
Pinch
got?
Penny Liquors. That's what it is.
Perfect. Well, next time I'm in Rome or Carbondale, Illinois, stop in.
You should.
Ryan, what you
What
got?
am I drinking? I got Lagunitas Island Beats Tropical IPA.
An
Refreshing.
IPA, huh?
Yeah. Hey, it got warm here a couple days, so I want to enjoy the warm weather with a nice, cold, refreshing IPA.
I don't blame you for that.
That was very citrusy. And now it's getting cold again, so I'm not looking forward to it.
Midwest, baby.
Indeed.
So this brewery does do other beers. They're just not doing sour ales. They got a whole. They do fucking everything.
Nice.
This Cambridge brewery.
All right. I've actually got bourbon on this week. Because I didn't buy beer. So, we've got Remus, but the new label stuff. So this is under the Ross and Squibb name. MGP changed their name a bit ago. But they recently just changed how they were doing a lot of their Remus single barrels. So, a lot of them are hand selected, but you now have the option to choose your proof, your mash bill, your kind of combination of things you want going on. This one is mash bill number 2, higher rye. Selected 2023. I think I picked this up from the Riverton Party Store, which is a really, really like cool honey hole for bourbon. Out by Springfield, Illinois. So I think that's where this one came from. 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley. But I've had a few others of these. Chris at Stubborn German did a tasting through some of the Remus stuff, repeal reserves and things like that, but had a couple of the high and higher rye stuff there too. And, overall impressions are good with the way that they've changed the release a little bit. Full review halfway out. I know I told you guys I was getting a beer. That was not a lie. I didn't just want to suck bourbon the whole episode. So beer-wise, I've got my own white stout.
Ooh, white stout.
I really just had to go get a glass so I could pour it. All right.
News.
Should really try to be a little bit better on the transitions, but still a little slow. Seeing slow, Jimmy Garoppolo has been suspended for 2 games for performance-enhancing drug use. So this is more of a technicality thing. He wasn't really technically doping on PEDs. He was prescribed a medication and didn't do the proper paperwork to get the right exemption to take that prescribed medication. So he got popped for 2 games. He's not appealing it. Raiders are expected to release him completely unrelated to that, but he'll be suspended the first 2 games.
It's funny too because the PDs didn't help him anyway. So,
Well, I mean, it wasn't a real
He's-
PD.
And he's
probably
he's been
Adderall.
benched and will probably be cut.
well, he's gonna be cut for at 0 cost. It costs the Raiders nothing. His contract is completely voided.
Lions signed Michael Badgley to a 1-year deal. Albert O to the Eagles on a 1-year deal. You'll see a lot of this as teams retain people. Not being retained, but signed out of free agency. This one's actually decent for special teams. Chiefs signed punter Matt Araiza after he was cleared of sexual assault charges
Really?
mid last year. So punt god has been re-signed. That whole situation, if you'll recall, the Bills cut him when the sexual assault charges came out. The process played out. Turns out that there was nothing to actually even put him at the location where the assault occurred. So he was exonerated. So kind of good to see him land with another NFL team and actually get a shot.
Didn't he
to
countersue
continue
her?
on. He might have.
I think he did.
And-
I think he went back after her because
Maybe I don't remember seeing anything. I know that she was still underage when it happened
But I don't
So-
know. Yeah,
because they did have sex. It just
consensual.
wasn't. It was consensual. It was not him that did it. I think it was on a separate occasion.
Yeah.
But she was still underage at the time, so I'm not really sure. But
I'm
What was
looking
the
it up
age
now.
difference?
Look
Is it a state that has Romeo and Juliet laws? There's a lot that goes into that.
right, yeah. That's all I know is that she was still 17.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not sure though. I'm not gonna speak on something without too much to it. I don't want to keep dragging names down in the muds. I was wondering if a team would. I would wondering if a team would finally
Yeah,
give him another
it was
shot.
defamation lawsuit against her.
let's
Up to there was
see.
one. Okay.
23-year-old football players agents announced the move. Brett Beach now move forward. Claimed in a suit filed back in 22 that when she was 17 years old, Areza and two of his college football teammates assaulted her while she was attending a 2021 Halloween party at the Hunter San Diego home. He was adamant the claims are false. 4 months after she filed suit, prosecutors announced they would not be pressing charges. No path to a criminal conviction. Suit was dropped. Not paying the plaintiff any money. Reserving his right to pursue the plaintiff in his law office for harm they have caused him. So it sounds like he can pursue the attorney in the law office. He's not pursuing her.
Yeah, it's only he hasn't pursued anything yet. Like it's
but
still up in the air.
Yeah, it sounds like he can pursue the attorney. I'm curious. The prosecutors say he was not present when the assault happened. I'm trying to find the part where it was San Diego. Hold on. He had an 82-yard punt in a preseason game. That's pretty awesome. If I can't find it in this article, I'm just going to move on.
He was like kicking ass in the freaking
Yeah.
preseason stuff. Yeah, like it's very like it's the same thing. Like what you read is the same exact thing I'm finding, where it just kind of states that, and that was even back in like December of last year or August. I'm sorry,
No.
August that's the last one.
They couldn't prove anything forcible happened. Let's see. It was in San Diego. Let's see. They denied any knowledge that she was below California's age of consent or whether she was intoxicated. It was consensual. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a
Anyways.
confusing story right now. It's very like vague.
Another witness said that she specifically claimed to be 18 at the time. And there was a recording from a party at a different residence where she claimed to be 18 on video, even though she was not. So she lied about her age.
She was she was very drunk. Yeah, lied. And that's where I think a lot of the arguments came from was how impaired she was, all that. Anyways, this has been dissected a long time ago when this was about, so we don't need to keep. Yeah,
I couldn't remember remember that piece that you mentioned. I remembered some of it, but I'm like, okay, how did that work out if she was 17? So I wanted to figure that out before I like praise the signing. She was lying about her age, outside of IDing people, right? If there's proof of that. Anyway,
it's very sad all around to see it happen.
Yeah, this is
not very bad.
Yeah. So hopefully,
good for him to turn around and be back in the NFL. So
hopefully everyone can move on.
Yeah.
Speaking of moving on, domestic assault investigations into wide receiver Zay Flowers are being suspended without charges. So can't charge. He's not being charged. That should end that.
So the buy low window is now closed.
Yep. Mike Davis.
But it was open.
Yeah. Mike Davis is officially retired from the NFL. Congratulations, Meatball. 2024 salary cap expected to be between 242 and 243 million. I think that's up from 223 this past year.
God damn.
And Nelson Aguilar has been extended 1 year by the Ravens.
Woo!
Huge news.
There you go.
Big, huge Super Bowl coming now.
A couple of notes on franchise tags because those are due soonish.
No, they started Monday, I think.
Yeah,
so teams were able to start putting the franchise tag on players.
When are they due by though? Like, when do they have to tag them by?
That's
Like, when do they have to sign their tags?
No. Let's see.
2020 between teams have between Feb 20th and March 5th to make to distinguish who
That's
the
what I
tag will
want.
be used on.
That's what I want.
Yeah. So
March
from
5th.
now, so from Tuesday to March 5th, which I'm assuming is also
It's when they can
Tuesday.
tag players. Yeah.
Yes, this is when they can decide who they want to take. Yep.
Yep.
And not just that. I think it's that in the transition take too.
It's the deadline. They got to be done by
Yeah.
March 5th. And then you get the legal tampering period March 11th.
It's the off season's here.
Yeah, we're here.
I think you said the combine's next week.
Combine's next week. We'll do a primer on that and then a recap. Those are the next 2 episodes. So yeah. Tag rumors, Michael Pittman, Chris Ballard has said that he doesn't want to use it, but it's certainly a tool that they have and would use if need be. And then the Bucks are potentially going to tag Antoine Winfield. Yeah. Sorry.
Whoops.
I want him to come back home, even though he's not from here.
Yeah. So those are the only 2 things that broke over the last week. You've still got essentially 2 weeks before that's due. So you expect that to pick up. Right now,
Yeah.
Pittman, Winfield, and I think a lot of us expect potentially T. Higgins. The Bengals did say they would not use it on Tyler Boyd. He's expected. So,
Well,
which,
that's good.
duh. Yeah. Duh, right?
Yeah, if you're gonna tag Higgins, of course the other one's gonna walk.
Do I want Higgins or Boyd? Boyd or Higgins?
That's pretty easy.
Free agent friendly.
All right. We're going to go position by position like we normally do, beer review in the middle. We'll start with quarterbacks. So the way I'm going to do this is we're going to go probably talk about teams that are in need, and then we'll hit the key free agents and guys that are likely to be traded or cut for each of these positions. So let's start with needy teams. Who do you guys think is most likely to be active in free agency first? Let's put it that way. I don't mean, do you expect movement from quarterbacks in free agency? There are a couple starters, couple fringe guys out there. Do you expect that most of this is just the guys that were, with the team last year, pretty much going to end up there, and you may see some movements on backups or bridge guys?
I think if the Vikings and Cousins can't come to an agreement on a deal, that'll bring teams like Atlanta out.
Yeah.
New England, I think New England's like you've heard rumors of them. It's not a guarantee they're going to go quarterback at pick 3. They've been kind of eyeing the idea of bringing a veteran in. And obviously we'll see what the Justin Fields market brings, but Atlanta's one I think is going to be pretty active. They're going to be active in trying to trade around in the draft or bring in a guy, as they're one of those potentially, one quarterback away teams from really making a splash in 24.
Is it true too that the Minnesota Vikings cannot tag Kirk Cousins again? Because I keep hearing rumors that he can't be tagged again, but then I keep reading that he's a possible tag.
He's never been tagged. He's the last time he was tagged, he was in Washington. The Vikings have never. I don't think the Vikings have ever tagged Cousins, and I may be wrong, but I don't think he's ever been tagged.
I think his tag had like multiple. He had his